Did you ever like make mixtapes or whatever for your significant other or anything like this?
Significant other, I don't know. I made one for my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like in general when I make gifts to people, I prefer making something than buying something, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I've given mix like playlists to people, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just like the time like I can spend hours making them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really like because I care so much about them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is why it's surprising that you didn't ever do it for a significant other.
I'm trying to remember.
I thought this was like a tradition. I thought, this is how you show somebody that am I mixing it up? This is what I
No,
thought.
no, 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 you're right. I'm like, shit, why am I never? Yeah. Because I try to think, so like, before I was not really into making playlists. And then
Mm-hmm.
the last relationship, he would just listen to my music. Like,
Okay.
he would just, like, go to my SoundCloud account and I think he still does, not even now that we're not together anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He
Stalking
listens.
your SoundCloud. Okay.
Yeah, because I listen to the best music, so
He's like, I have impeccable taste, so
yeah,
it's
exactly.
quite understandable. I got it.
At some point, he was like, when we were still together, he's like, I'm too busy. I just want to say your music is my music because
Okay.
I don't have time. So,
Well, but you know what though? I think this says something. Have you ever um, been because I think it actually does say something about you, the kind of music that you listen to.
mm,
And it's interesting when you think about when you said like multiple personalities. I think if I do think that if a person like they only listen to a certain kind of music, it probably could imply that they have a limited perception of the world, or they're
oh yeah,
stuck. I don't want to say stuck, but like they kind of remain in one place, you know.
hmm
Um, and I do think I've definitely encountered people where even I don't know, I guess where our music wasn't necessarily compatible. And this is hard for me because I can pretty much listen to anything and appreciate it, but I find that like when you are with someone and your music doesn't match up, it's probably hard to connect on a certain level, you know?
hmm
Yeah.
yeah. Because music, I don't know, music is so important to me, and there's certain types of music that really get me going,
Yeah.
like especially like for dancing.
Yeah.
And there's very few people that appreciate that music and that get crazy on the dance floor like me. And so it's like I don't want to dance alone. I want to
Yeah.
go with my friends and have
Yeah,
fun.
of course, of course. So does it bother you sometime if you play a song for someone and they're not really you don't get
Yeah,
the
and
reaction you
so
want?
yeah, well, especially like the more like the more so like the playlists that I do on SoundCloud, they're very like I look for stuff that not many, like it's very sometimes it's almost experimental, and I understand that
Mm-hmm.
very few people are into that.
Yeah.
And sometimes like I don't know, I like it, but it's very niche.
Mm-hmm.
And it yeah, it's difficult to know that there's I think very few people in Montreal are into some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And but lately, so I made my best of 2016 playlist and Sunday music playlist, which are a lot more approachable. And I got feedback from friends who were like, "Oh, this is so nice! Like it's a new way to connect with you, you
Mm-hmm.
know." And that was so cool, because it's like it's just a little more mainstream, I guess,
Yeah.
but it's like a way to connect with friends that I didn't think about. So that made me happy. And
Interesting. Interesting.
yeah.
I had a little situation with a girl that I thought we were really really had a connection. Like we had been friends, but we were like kind of moving in the direction of being more than friends after years had passed. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember being at her place. I have this list on my Facebook page of all my favorite songs, right? And because I think this does say something about me as a person, like the kind of music that I like, and it's all kinds of different kinds of stuff, you know. And but and she actually, I think this was at the time when I was living in New York, and I had made this CDs. It was still CDs at the time. Um, I had made these CDs of a bunch of songs, and a lot of them were like slow, like kind of slow songs or whatever. Because I really like emotional songs that make me, you listen to certain songs and they make you feel, I don't know, like melancholy or that little space in between happy and sad. You know what I mean? Like so anyway, like I made the CDs because I was gonna be. She lived in Halifax, so I was flying there, and I was going to visit her, and I made these CDs or whatever, and then I ended up playing some of the CDs at her place, and she was just like, "Hmm, you're really you're really into easy listening music, huh?"
Oh
And I
no!
was like, "What?" And yo, in this moment, I, I knew it was never gonna work. Like I knew it was done.
That's the worst thing to say. I mean, like, even if you don't appreciate the music, you don't say that.
Yeah,
Like, easy listening.
yeah.
That's
And it
deep.
was like, yeah, I knew it was not gonna happen right then and there. So then I had to
Yeah.
spend the rest of my time there, like,